The older population in the Asia-Pacific region is growing more rapidly than in any other part of the world and is expected to represent 1/4 of the region's population in 2050. The percentage of the population aged 80 years or over is rising even more rapidly, and there are more older women than men in the region. This film is based on the study Older Women and Men as Recipients of Care and Caregivers, conducted by the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific, in which time-use surveys were used to examine patterns of unpaid care work in selected countries in the region. So, what is unpaid care work? Unpaid care work refers to direct care provided to children, adults, or the general community, as well as indirect care, which refers to housework. Unpaid care work sustains societies, maintains well-being, enables others to perform paid work, and helps families to raise children and support older persons. Although both women and men are engaged in unpaid care and market work, women of all ages perform the majority of all types of unpaid care work. Children are by far the recipients of the most unpaid care work in all countries, and women are the main care providers. Older persons are often perceived as needing care, but the analysis of the data in the study shows that older persons, especially women, including those aged 85 years or over, spend considerably more hours providing unpaid care than they receive from others. Most of the unpaid care work they provide benefits other older persons, including their spouses. But older women also provide a significant amount of unpaid care work to younger family and community members, while men in that age group contribute considerably less. In spite of the important care work women provide, they receive little compensation and recognition for it and have limited access to social protection. Leaving out unpaid care work makes such work invisible. This is an even greater blind spot when viewing the working lives of older persons relative to people in the peak stages of paid work. People never stop performing unpaid care work, not even in the oldest age groups. If unpaid care work remains invisible, we disregard much of the contribution of older persons to economies and societies. Given current and future levels and trends in population aging in Asia and the Pacific, society must pay more attention to people in the care economy and to support those who need and provide care. With rising care needs among older persons, relying on unpaid care alone will be insufficient. Target 5.4 of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development calls to recognize and value unpaid care and domestic work through the provision of public services, infrastructure and social protection policies, and the promotion of shared responsibility within the household and the family as nationally appropriate. The Madrid International Plan of Action on Aging recognizes the role of older women as caregivers. It recommends to develop and implement policies aimed at ensuring that all persons have adequate economic and social protection during old age, and strive to ensure gender equality in social protection, social security systems. To achieve the respective goals of the 2030 Agenda, we need to make unpaid care work visible and provide financial and social support to unpaid caregivers, in particular women. Policies should recognize older persons as a resource and invest in their health and well-being. Affordable quality care for children and older persons is crucial to reduce the demand for unpaid care work and the burden largely borne by women. At the same time, it is important to ensure a more family-friendly work culture and encourage men to provide more unpaid care work throughout their lives. We must take care of those who care for others.